Sakamoto Days, episode 8. Let's talk about it, man, because this episode was actually, might be my favorite episode so far of Sakamoto Days. Now, this episode, we dive into more of the backstory of Shin, who is my favorite character right now in Sakamoto Days. We dive into him as a kid and how he got his actual powers and his relationship with the doctor who is the head of the whole entire lab. Now, Lou is asking him, the head researcher, like everything about Shin and all that. So he starts to explain, and it's this very deep connection where Shin was left to him as a kid and he took it upon himself to basically raise Shin. And Shin accidentally ended up drinking his research that gave him those powers, and then everyone started to abandon him and he left. So he hasn't seen him since, but it's this really, really nice backstory to Shin. And we have a moment as well where Shin says in this episode that he likes his powers and where he is at now, and he forgives everyone in the lab, which I thought was just a fantastic moment for the character. Now, the fight against this guy is freaking brilliant. This might be my favorite fight when they're fighting him. So we obviously know from the last episode, episode 7, he injects you and he can change your brain and make it do whatever he wants. So he does that with Sakamoto and Shin, where Sakamoto, if he targets him, would target Shin and hit Shin instead. And he can then change it if Sakamoto decides to change it in another way. So what they do is he basically tells him that his powers are useless. And then Sakamoto and Shin go, no. We're going to show you just how good they are. So what they end up doing is he gets Shin to stand in front of him and he will tell him through his mind what he's going to do before he does it so Shin can dodge it. And it was just beautiful to watch. It was really, really good. It was awesome to see. Fantastic. The other two assassins, they were here as well. We got this guy, which is the guy with the reindeer. He's kind of crazy. He's fighting Sakamoto now. And then we had Shin fighting the invisible guy again. And then someone shows up to save the day, which I'm really excited for. I thought this episode was great. Great character development, great animation, great fight sequence. Like I said, this action sequence with this guy was by far my favorite. It just showcased a different way. It wasn't about brute strength or anything like that. It was all strategic, and it was just so refreshing to have something like that. Fantastic episode. If you guys have seen it, let me know your thoughts.